The lack of money, like I showed you at this stage, to cover all the activities that are in the blue area. Any questions, by the way, about the previous part that I presented?
Maybe I have one question, because I think Bantar Kebab, I think they also privatized at a certain moment. Wasn't it not managed by a company? And then Ahok, he stopped it.
Yeah, they stopped it. Yeah, before.
But now it's
Yes, back again. Yeah, because we saw it. Remember these gas machines and things like that.
I believe the contract ends this year for the company.
No, can you explain when it's closed, the landfill, and then you are responsible until the closure stage, and then you give the money to the government
Yeah.
to take care of the aftercare?
Yeah, so they are basically just taking care that all the financing is in place that is needed, and they put out tenders to do all the work that is needed. So the government is not doing the aftercare work. That is done by specialized companies, as ourselves. So it's a lot of the time that if we hand over the landfills that we used to operate, they also give back the aftercare because we know the landfill really well. So it's relatively easy for us to do that in a good way.
But I think the question was also about they collect the money all the way up to B,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then they have a reserve, and out of that you pay to the municipality to do the aftercare.
Yeah, well, in this case, it's not a municipality in the Netherlands, but a private company.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, but could be municipality as well. But then,
Can you explain more on the aftercare? What kind of activities is actually in the aftercare?
yeah. So during the closure of the landfill sites, we kept the landfill with a liner system, and there's a gas recovery system, water drainage, leachate collection still, as long as there's leaching coming out. All these elements need to be maintained. They need to be monitored. They need to be replaced when needed. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of activities to make sure that the landfill site as it is, that it's completely 100% safe. And just visual inspections as well, etc. And if we redevelop landfill sites, we sometimes make a collaboration with private companies who do activities there, like you see the ski slope. It's another company doing that, and we are just responsible for the maintaining the safety of the landfill and the capping and the monitoring.
You're renting a location?
We rent out.
You rent out, yeah.
If we are the owner, we rent it out.
Out, yeah.
Yeah.
Dus you have income.
Yeah, you also have revenues from renting out the space. What we do here on this site, we have, so it's 80 hectares, we have 17 hectares of industrial area where we do recycling activities, and we rent out part of it to other companies who do recycling activities as well on this site. So, and we use it part of it ourselves. Yeah.
Maybe your recycling factory on the sewer.
Yeah, could be. Could be. Yeah. A landfill is really suitable for recycling activities as well. Yeah. It is. Okay. Let's move forward to the solutions that Afvalzorg and Multiwell could provide for Indonesia. And the focus of the projects that we develop in Indonesia is landfill gas projects which finance or co-finance the sustainable closure of existing landfill sites. And with this, we improve CO2 emission reduction, fire risk reduction, reduction of bad odors, leachate, and we provide a sustainable solution to cap and close the landfill site in a safe way. The revenues coming from the waste are mainly CO2 credits. This was done in Indonesia before, and it failed. And it failed because the prices of the carbon credits, they plummeted down, and there was no way that projects could be financed anymore based on carbon credits. However, times have changed, and the sense of urgency on CO2 emission reduction is a lot bigger than it used to be. We have buyers who are willing to provide a buying guarantee for a longer period of time, which allows us to finance the projects. So this is the main focus. And as a second option, we have utilization, but it is not the primary focus of the landfill gas project, but the gas could be used for electricity production or replace fossil fuels, etc., depending on the site. But then the project immediately becomes more complicated. So for landfill gas recovery, we use a unique landfill gas technology by Multiwell. And this system is different from the traditional landfill gas recovery system by using pipes. I will show you a clip later on. You can see how this is installed, but it goes really rapidly. It's really safe and easy to do. It produces more gas. It recovers more gas than traditional systems. The layout is really simple, so there's less chance on system failure. And as I said, there are investors on board for the projects that we are aiming for. And of course, there are landfill odor benefits as well. CO2 reduction, odor, fire, explosion risks are reduced, leachate is reduced. You have really positive PR on waste management actions. And no or strongly reduced costs for capping and closing the landfill. Depending on the site, could finance maybe the whole closure or capture, the closing, or partly. Depends on the amount of gas. And after closure, the site can be used for other purposes because it's completely safe. So here's a clip of the installation of Multiwell. So you use a big crane. What you will see is that this roll here, this is the gas recovery system. You see them here as well. It's pushed into the landfill by force, and then the thing comes up, and then the gas venting element stays in place. And that is done on a lot of spaces. You see the distance between these gas venting pipes is really low. So it's pushing down to the landfill. You can easily reach 20 meters or more. Now it's reached its desired depth, pulling up the element which is in between. And they cut it, and now you have the gas venting element in the landfill. It doesn't require any drilling, there's no waste coming up, and it moves on to the next one. And so we perforate the whole landfill. So you see an example here. This is a landfill site in Russia. All these elements of the gas venting pipes are sticking out of the ground. We connect them. On top of these, we put a collection system on top of these gas wells, and they are connected to a central point where the gas is being collected. On top, we install a liner, HDPE liner, and then water drainage and soil. So you have a completely safe and covered landfill site with a landfill gas recovery system underneath. This system is really fail-safe. So once installed, you don't have a lot of maintenance or risks of failing, like the traditional landfill gas systems. Okay. That brings me to the end of what we are aiming for as a project. After the break, we do a short break. I would like to discuss two example projects: Bali TPA Subung and the Medan project. So please help yourself. Maybe there are some questions before we continue. Sorry about that. You have some questions about what I present?
So is it for the active zone or?
No, this is the zone which you end landfill.
Oh, and,
Yeah,
okay.
it's the end. So you reach the final height, and then you install this.
So this is the aftercare that you see.
This is the closure, part of the
Closure.
closure. Yeah. Once you close it, then the aftercare phase starts.
So what about the gas extraction of the the running dump?
Yeah. So if you still have an operational part, we can install landfill gas recovery there during the operation, and once you reach the final height, we install this.
But normally, Richard, it works like cell by cell by cell by
Yeah.
cell
Yeah.
over the course of the lifetime of the active landfill.
Yeah.
And then you close cell 1,
Yeah. So
You
you
dump
close
it
it
to-
cell wise.
close 2, dump in 3.
But later on in the Medan project, in your calculations, you also already take gas out of the one that they are extending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. Correct. Yeah. Any more questions?
I think there will be a lot of questions during the discussion.
Yeah. Maybe later on. So
Great.
please help us. I don't know the time, but.
Yeah, we're